Hey there, hope you guys have a good day. Oh my god, hope you guys have a good day today. Today is a Wednesday, 28th of May 2025. It is 9:50 in the evening. Hello and welcome to the stream. Hello guys, welcome back to my stream, welcome back to my channel. Yeah, I did say I want to start early, but yeah, unfortunately have some stuff to attend on my IRL stuff, and I didn't even get a nap earlier, so yeah, that's a bit of problem. So if I ever feel sleepy later, I'm just going to chew some preserve a fruit, which is a sour stuff. It did help me keep keep me awake last night, so yeah, I'm gonna try that again. Right, hope you guys are doing well once again. Tonight we're going to continue our story with Operation Midnight, which is a special event story that comes out like a month ago, like 7-8 months ago. I play it again because tomorrow the new patch of Snowbreak comes out, and it will it will tell the story about VIDYA again. So I already did this, like I said, but I skipped most of the story, and now I'm currently going to start playing it again. So yeah, it doesn't have it. Yeah, wait, do I start here or here? I'm not sure myself. Where did I stop yesterday? Oh shit. Right, you know what, let me have a look first. I need to open my own YouTube. Wait a second. Yep. Where's my stream yesterday? There you go. How far did I go yesterday? Right. Oh, so yesterday is SP3-5. Okay, so I need to start from Progress 5. Oh man, Progress 5, really? I thought I'm gonna start on Progress 6. Okay, that's fine, never mind. No wonder I really want to start very early yesterday, but it's okay. Yeah, without further ado, let's go to the game itself, and let me unmute the game. There you go. Right. There you go. Just gonna reduce the volume, decrease the volume even, and on my end too. That's nice. Right, so before that, we're gonna do a bit of daily first. I forgot to do some of the daily. Let me start the daily first. Forgotten material. Yep, we do all that. You know what? Use 3,200. Yep, let me do it. Let me have it. Mini aquarium. Buy this. Buy these two. And do I need to buy these? Yeah, let's buy this. Why not? And then we buy, we buy carbon atomic plate, this thing. Also need to buy this stuff. And this one. So basically just take all of these limited resource I mean, material, you know. It's material, alright. I think I have like enough. There you go. I still have like a lot of that. So let's just finish it all there. Oh, you know what? I should have used this. I should have used that to do this. Yeah, never mind. It's fine. I should have buy. Nah, already have all of that. So yeah, that's cool. That's nice. Right. I think I can get. Yep, that's the one. Thank you. Yeah, I need to do this like tonight, so I can get all this limited stuff. One more 30 more stuff to get. Right. Okay. And then we go here. Do this. Nope. Sorry, I didn't mean that. Very nice. Very thoughtful. Personal file. Auto clear. Complete. And that's it for our daily. It's done. Yep. And battle pass is gone. Haha. Right. So yeah, without further ado, let's go continue with our story. Let's go Operation Midnight. We finished at Haste yesterday, so let's start progress 5. Nocturne in rain. You must survive my night. So I have to do the narration. Rain streams from the somber sky. It creeps clash with the puddles on the ground, creating a symphony of splatters. Alone, I sought refuge in a deserted alley. From the bustling street just a few meters away came the incessant wail of sirens and shouts, almost drowning out the rainfall. I have never liked rainy days. The relentless patter would scramble my focus and cloud my sense of the enemy's location and movements. Just like this moment, lost in thoughts, when a sudden blaze of flashlight exposed me, stuck against the shadows. In the next heartbeat, the cold muzzle of a gun pressed against my forehead. Hello Gijas, welcome to the stream, man. Hope you're doing well. Welcome, welcome. End of the line, criminal. What? Whoa, Agave said. Startled awake, my body jerked upright, my head thudding against something. Disoriented for a moment, I then realized I was lying in Agave's lap. Are you okay, my knight? Did you have a nightmare? Attempting to reply, my voice raps. My throat raw as if slashed by blades. Just lie back down, don't push yourself, you're still running high fever. Flat on my back, with only a slice of sky in view, I could not see her face, but the tone of her voice painted a clear picture of concern. Things had really taken a turn for the worse. Ever since the hostage incident, I had made enemies with Jotunheim, the notorious crime syndicate. I had braced for their vengeance, yet I did not expect it to come so soon. Late last night, our secret base was attacked. We were caught completely off guard. During the chaos, I took 2 bullets while covering Ignis' escape. Evading our relentless pursuers, Agave and I ducked into the shelter of this rainforest, finally shaking our enemy for a moment. Later, my wounds became infected, causing a high fever that plunged me into a deep slumber. How long has it been? Let me check. About 11 hours since we holed up in this cave. 11 hours, I wonder how Ignis is doing. With no food or water, and these grievous wounds compounded by a high fever, can we really make it out alive? Seems like you have hit a rough patch. Who's there? Agave and I turned toward the source of the voice, only to find a strangely dressed girl who seemed to have materialized in a nearby clearing. Oh, Nozomi! Huh. Show some respects, humans. Despite her sharp words, she didn't look angry. With a casual tap of her sheet, she levitated off the ground. Consider yourself lucky. I'm the fairy of this forest. A fairy? Poof! Ha 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 ha. Ah, cut! Mr. Egerton, you are not supposed to break character like this. Care to explain why a fairy will pop up in a superhero movie, Miss Director? I slapped my face gently a few times to try to try to stifle my laughter. And why did you choose her for such an absurdly whimsical role? She can't even change the expression on her face. That is really rude, Mr. Egerton. Professor Frisia here also thinks that was uncalled for. Even I cannot take your side on this one, Mr. Egerton. But your writing and casting are what caused this. Act 3, Scene 1, Mr. Kears made some harsh remarks about my older sister. This doesn't seem like something the script supervisor should note down. Wait, what did she just say? Kaede, did you just say Nozomi is your older sister? You didn't know, Mr. Egerton? Kaede and I look so much alike. You know what? That's true. It's just different hairstyle, different tone color, and different style, if you know what I mean. Oh, sorry. Nozomi auxiliary projector quickly fluttered to Kaide's side, stabilizing on her shoulder as it projected Nozomi anew. Side by side, the resemblance was undeniable, though somehow Nozomi seemed like the younger one. It occurred to me then, Nozomi wasn't born a transcendent. She certainly had an entire human family. Now that everything's clear, shall we continue shooting, Mr. Egerton? You still haven't explained the fairy. Well, Agave resignedly pulled me aside. The thing is, Nozomi is a popular idol. People would love it if she made a cameo. So you rope a singer into acting just for the box office draw? Well, it adds a special touch without disrupting the main storyline, so why not? Please, just play along, Egerton. She then nudged me back toward the set. A fairy? That's right. I appear only to those pure of heart. You are quite fortunate. I shall bestow my blessing upon you. With a graceful twirl, the fairy was enveloped by a shimmering halo of tiny light that drifted down like fireflies onto our wounds. Holy fairy magic, super healing light wave. Why did I say that? Like, I don't know. As the luminescent particles absorbed into our injuries, they visibly began to heal. This is ridiculous. How is this even... Huh? Agave looked up in astonishment, only to find that the fairy had vanished, leaving behind only a whisper echoing through the cave. Brave warriors, carry on with your battle. She accidentally closed the tabs. It's fine, man, it's fine. With the fairy's aid, Agave and I were strong enough to leave our hiding spot and venture deeper into the rainforest. The path we had taken here was undoubtedly now sealed off by the enemy, forcing us to traverse the dense jungle. It was the dead of night and the sky continued to its soft drizzle, shrouding the path ahead in darkness. On the plus side, however, this provided the perfect cover for our escape. Have you seen Aether Gazer Collab QA? We are getting 2 copies per drop 2 times in each banner, so we need only 3 copies drop to get SSS. We're also getting 30% cashback of rolls. Ooh, Q&A? Huh, I didn't see that. So you mean this banner is like the collab banner, I guess? The Alice and... who the other girl name? I forgot. I was doing offline grinding. I see. Offline grinding, huh? What are you grinding on? I'm sorry. Pretend I didn't say that. They're also giving 30 rolls just because. Oh, that's nice. Very nice. You know, I also like kinda in a fence, you know, on a fence, to be honest. If I want to stream the collab version or not, but then again I don't know what to do after pulling. But, you know, even though I want to do the event story, I don't think I will. I don't know. And one copy of CL. Oh, that's nice. If this event story, right? If the event story doesn't like spoil the future chapter that I still haven't played, I think that's fine. Like what Right Flyer Studio did with Heaven Burns Red and Angel Beats. By the way, after that, yeah, usually if you collab with another IP, usually it's just limited and it will gone. So yeah, I understand. That's why I'm kind of on the fence right now, if I want to do the event story or not. Because if I do though, I really need to get to play the the main story, if the main story, if applicable, to do. So yeah. Man, it's such a dilemma, to be honest. I hope I can play the event story without they spoil the main story. It's highly unlikely it will spoil anything. Well, if you don't count S-rank Verform. Yeah, that's the thing. S-rank Verform. There you go. Because S-rank Vertandi is in there. So, I don't know, man. Do I really need to just blindly play it and then not spoil myself? I'm not sure. Because it's limited, right? Or, you know, how long will the collab be? Is it like 6 week? If it's 6 week, right, I think I'm gonna slot as many as Aether Gazer main story as I can. And I have to sacrifice doing the side story for a moment because I really want to catch up with the main story. I think lol now 1 month, 4 weeks. Come on. Oh man. Now I have to slot a lot of Aether Gazer main story for my stream. I think it is the same thing with Punishing Raven. I'm not sure how. I really want to play Punishing Raven Devil May Cry collab, but I don't know how. If it's the event story going to spoil the main story for me. Man, I really wish I catch up with the main story of both Aether Gazer and PGR. Well, that's what you get. I mean, I do have a lot of time to actually do it, but yeah. You ain't losing much. Chinese and second Sasanami Axe is peak. I see. Yeah, but the thing is, I really want to catch up. You know what? I'll just handle it myself. Let's see how it goes. Alright, let's me continue. It was the dead of night, and the sky continued its soft drizzle, shrouding the path ahead in darkness. On the plus side, however, this provided the perfect cover for our escape. My knight, do you think there might be lions or tiger lurking around here? With her health restored, Agave's voice regained its usual liveliness. No way, you have been living in this city for years. Have you ever heard of large wild animals roaming around? What a pity. I'm actually a certified beast tamer. Ooh. What kind of beast you can tame? Huh, VIDYA? Agave? Whoa, my knight, look. What's that bright thing up ahead? That's the sun. Have you been cooped up in that cave so long that you have lost your senses? Ah, hehe. But you're right. If you can see the sunrise, it means the night time is almost over. In that case, we'd better hurry. Once again, she seized my hand and charged forward without a second thought. Huff, huff, huff. Mr. Egerton, I think we might have run too far. Coming to my senses, I realized the crew was nowhere to be seen behind us. Honestly, was it really necessary to shoot this running scene? Absolutely. She suddenly stopped and turned to me, her gaze intense as she actually wiped away the drool from her mouth. Because out here, no one can see what happened to you, Mr. Egerton. Oh, come on, Agave. I walked right into that, still caught up in my role as the Midnight Knight. I was completely caught off guard when Agave suddenly threw herself at me. Hehe, you smell nice, Mr. Egerton. I've never truly savored your scent before. It's quite addictive. Her hands wandered relentlessly, tracing from my neck to my cheeks and then through my hair. Finally, she gently removed my sunglasses, leaning close enough for me to see my own reflection in her eyes. Suddenly, she shifted her head beside my left ear, with an uninhibited demeanor starkly different from her usual self. She whispered softly, her warm breath enveloping my earlobe. Why so tense? Does this mean instead of Mr. Egerton, you'll actually prefer I call you my knight? If your position as the Egerton requires maintaining a professional distance, then when you are Agave's one and only knight, I can do whatever I want with you, right? You are unbelievable. To be honest, I was not into role-playing, or at least I shouldn't have been, but if playing along could boost her morale, then perhaps some sacrifices would be worth it. I closed my eyes, allowing her weight to press increasingly against me, her subtle botanical scent eagerly invading my sense. Yeah, you know, because she almost doesn't wear anything. The sweat and the mass of her armpits, her side boobs, her tummy, you can smell all of these things, man, and not gonna lie, I'm loving it. Sorry, Matt D. Yes. Sorry, yes. Wait, what's that smell? Smell? It's probably my surging pheromones for you. I told you. The pheromone is out there, man. Like, it's striking. No, something off. A sudden panic gripped me, and my body reacted instinctively, grabbing her shoulder with one hand and her smooth neck with the other. I abruptly pulled her close and sniffed her. The fuck did I just see? Nothing, nothing. You just hear some degenerate comment from, you know, from someone. Mr. Jatan, this is you. So you like this way? It tickles. As she started to squirm under my grabs, I stopped. Who did your makeup today? Huh? I did, Mr. Jatan. I always do my own makeup. It was impressive that she could snap out of that state so quickly. What about the makeup products? The makeup products, they are prepared by the crew. I really, sir. I knew it. It had to be someone from the crew. Mr. Jatan, you are scaring me. What's going on? Someone has sabotaged your makeup. I explained succinctly, then gently cradled her face and shook my head. Don't panic now. Listen, take a deep breath and try to stay calm. She frowned deeply but followed my instruction, taking several deep breaths. Only when the flush on her face began to fade did I start to relax slightly. Your makeup should not smell like this. It's the scent of a plant found here in Kuru called Oka. If I remember correctly, it's known for its potent sedative effect. Sedative? Interestingly enough, there had been an exhibit featuring this plant and its properties at the museum where we shot the first scene of the movie. Sedative? Someone mixed this natural sedative into your makeup, knowing that it will volatilize as you sweat. Ooh. Whoever did this must be familiar with your makeup routine and knew you'd be running in this scene. It's definitely someone from the crew. That cannot be true unless someone already knew about it. It's a possibility, but I suspect it's the same mastermind behind the previous bombing incident, trying again to halt the movie's production. If you had not noticed, she clenched her fist in frustration. Regret etched across her face. I shook my head and covered her fist in my hands. There's no point in dwelling on what might have happened. Unlike last time, we really need to stop the filming on this scene. Hop on. Hop on what? Hop on my day? Sorry, I didn't mean to. It's such a good, you know, a good open right there. A good opening. I feel like we have had this conversation before. I mean, you need to stay still as much as you can to avoid swearing. We have a long way back. Hop on, I'll carry you. Oh. Blushing, she gently hopped onto my back. Though we simulated rain with water guns for the shoot, the biodome of New Hantiro would in fact never experience actual rain. Carrying Agave, I moved at a measured pace. The moonlight revealing our path ahead as the occasional chirps from the grass and treetops filled the silence. Sorry. I need to burp. Oh, there you go. With this aura of romance, we resemble any typical couple in New Hantiro. Suddenly, I felt her face rub gently against my back, finally settling into a comfortable position. Heh. Her voice caused a slight vibration, resonating clearly through my spine. What's up? I was just thinking, your back seems broader than last time. Last time? I had no memory of ever carrying her on my back. That's what I thought. It was during the Valkyrie games that year, you were the one who rescued me. Unlike those two big stars, I was just an ordinary person in the disaster. Oh. I was all bloody and barely coherent. I even got some of my blood on your clothes while you carried me on your back. After you put me down at the makeshift medical station, some of your subordinates even teased you about it. She recounted that details vividly, yet I had no memory of it. In the days following the descent, I was nearly helpless. I was nearly sleepless, mechanically running around the venue to rescue civilians while also coordinating evacuation and dispatching supplies. I had no time to even remember who I saved. Back then, I wanted to thank you, but I was a mess. My clothes were torn, and my face were all bloodied. I could not muster the courage to stop you and talk to you, so I ended up silently watching you walk away. So in the original script of this scene, the Midnight Knight was supposed to save Agave at a critical moment. It would have given me a chance to thank you properly. Too bad this has all gone awry. She yawned widely, then quickly slapped her own cheeks, trying to stay awake. You can do it if you want. I mean, you can thank me now if you want. Whenever feels right to you, I'm all ears. No need for formalities. Silence enveloped us once more. Just when I began to worry if she had fallen asleep, a faint whisper came from behind me. Mr. Egerton, I really like you. That's not quite a thank you. That is my way of thanking you. It took us another half hour to make our way back to the production base camp. I was not sure how to feel about this. It seemed the crew had assumed that Agave had taken the opportunity to whisk me away for a romantic escapade, and were indifferent to our sudden disappearance. Apart from Chengxing increasingly resentful stares, there was no noticeable reaction from the crew. I immediately helped Agave remove her makeup, meticulously cleaning her face and neck. She then announced to the crew that we would be skipping ahead in the script. For various reasons, we are moving straight to the final scene of Act 3, where Agave and the Midnight Knight finally make contact with Ignis, and as they leave the rainforest, they discover the enemy stronghold and decide to infiltrate it. As expected, no one objected. Even Chengxing had grown used to Agave's spontaneous style and began coordinating the crew for the upcoming scene. I hope all this will be worth it. Mr. Egerton, let's get ready. Time is now against us. Let's go. Vitality. Right. I still haven't managed to leave signature weapon. Man, I really need to pull that. I hope like in the second anniversary they give a weapon selector. Orange tier weapon selector. Yo, what? Okay.
こんな場所にちょうど弾薬が満タンのマシンガンがあるなんて。やっとイグニス？私マシンを操作してた。分かった。敵を片付けたらそちらに合流する。
How do you want to shoot me with that rifle? Rifle is like mid-range weapon at best. Oh, there. Oh, okay. Is that like carbine or what? Oh shit, okay. They can actually hit me. Now that's unrealistic. Oh shit. Airdrop. Again, another airdrop. Okay. Do I really need to jump down? What's Oh, what's that? Okay. Strong enemy incoming. Ha! Bring it on. That's it. Just a bot with artillery gun, like large caliber gun. Heh. Simple. Oh. It's supposed to be me, not him. Incongruent, a misfit in every way. With enough determination, people have the potential to display unimaginable strength. Thanks to the supplies airdropped by Ignis and Felicity, Agave and I push forward relentlessly. We clear every fortified point and gun turret in our path until an unexpected clearing opened up before us. The structure up ahead must be their camp. 8 patrollers, 3 in the watchtower and 6 more behind the gate. There seem to be a fewer guards on the flank. Let's use the grappling hook to go around. Hold on, my knight. There it was again, her typical grin. Since Ignis went through the trouble to prepare this baby, we would be fools not to use it. She unpacked one of the airdrop supply pack, pulling out a fully loaded bazooka. Set up, aim and fire. Boom. There you go. I call it. After the smoke cleared, only a single building remained standing in what was once a guarded encampment. You have 1 minute to explain everything. As soon as we entered the room, the man before us crumbled to his knees and started trembling, unable to utter a single coherent sentence. To save us both time, I had no choice but to draw my gun and press it against his forehead. I'll talk you everything. I'll tell you everything. Who are you? I'm one of the 4 giants of Jotunheim. They call me the Infernal Sentry. Get to what we really want to know. Where's Beda? I nudged the barrel guns against his forehead. Huh? Who's Beda? Don't play dumb. Beda is your boss, isn't he? Oh, that's a huge misunderstanding, you see. There's no one named Beda in our syndicate. The bombs, the setup, everything, it was all part of Lord Phantom's plan. You really expect us to fall for that? You clearly just made that name up. I'm telling the truth, I swear. Phantom. My left hand suddenly clenched into a fist. Agave didn't know what the name meant to me. 3 years ago, I was just a beat cop who wanted to keep this city safe. Back then, the city was plagued by an arch-villain named Nightborn Phantom and their heinous followers who looted at will. Understaffed and under-equipped, the police were powerless against them. During one incident, Nightborn Phantom orchestrated a bombing at the city stadium that resulted in hundreds of deaths. After that, I lost faith in the system and with Ignis support became a rogue vigilante known as the Midnight Knight. Over the past 3 years, I used whatever means necessary to bring down those who scoff at the law, until nearly every name was crossed off my lips, except for one. The Nightborn Phantom had vanished as if into thin air, leaving no trace behind. I had thought they might have been killed by someone else, but no, they had simply been operating under a different identity. Tell me, where's the Phantom now? Well, he shrank back, his voice faltering as he sensed a shift in my tone. If I tell you, will you spare me? 3, 2, alright, I'll talk. Finally, he broke down and, with a trembling voice, gave up an address. It was the last place I ever expected. Where was it then? Oh, wait, what? Wait, did... Ha! You actually shoot! Cut! Great job, everyone. That's a wrap for Act 3. Go ahead and take a break. The crew dispersed in small groups. Agave flipped through the script, humming contentedly. I know that in movies the mastermind is often someone unexpected, but have you decided who will play the Phantom? Well, it will be hard for a human actor to portray a spectral-like nature of Phantom, so I borrowed this from Nozomi. Upon Agave's signal, 2 crew members rolled in a cart bearing a massive object draped in red cloth, standing nearly 2 meters tall. I noticed a strange arm dangling out from beneath the cloth. Its exterior appeared to be crafted from a new type of ceramic, while the joints and limbs were manipulated by fine wires. My Mr. Egerton, you want to guess what's inside? Hello Dean Ken Blue Balls, welcome to the stream, man. Hope you're doing well. Tonight I'm playing, if you don't know, this is a Snowbreak Containment Zone. I'm playing the past story, this particular story. I already played it. I skipped the story and now I'm just going to replay it for tomorrow new patch. Mr. Egerton, you want to guess what's inside? If you're going to use it to portray the Phantom, then I think it's a suit of armor. Not quite, but close. It's better than a suit of armor. It's actually an armored puppet. Are you kidding me? Armored puppet. Holy shit, what was that? What is that? With some wire work, we can make it seems like a phantom is floating in the air. Pretty cool, huh? Well, it's a bit early to say. By the way, Agave, you haven't told us where we are going to film Act 4. I've thought long and hard about this. The lair of a crime syndicate should be mysterious, dangerous, and expansive yet inconspicuous. Is there really such a place in New Hentiro? Yes, there is. I mean, there was. Everyone seemed confused. Kaede, you are familiar with the observation hall, aren't you? Kaede subconsciously nodded, then quickly shook her head as if realizing something. You are not talking about the one on Outer Island 6, are you? That's the one. But all of Outer Island 6 has been destroyed. I suddenly realized that Kaede was referring to the uninhabited island that fell from the sky during our battle with Nasen Warden. Many structures on the island were made of glass, notably the observation hall on the island edge. It offers spacious interiors and panoramic views, an ideal filming location. And here's the cherry on top, the remains of Outer Island 6 now lie just below New Hentiro, partly submerged and partly above the sea surface. We probably won't need to buy tickets to get in now. Ah, that's right, ladies and gentlemen, over the next dozen or so hours, we will be leaving New Hentiro and diving deep into the ocean to film Act 4. Come on, Flying Knight and Air Agave. Suddenly, a powerful gust blasted just a few dozen meters ahead of us with a deafening roar. Two floodlights pierced the night sky, bathing the area in light as bright as day. As everyone gazed in astonishment, two unmanned helicopters steadied themselves and landed neatly on the open ground before us. These are, just as the name suggests, they are symbols of our boundless love. Ow! I gently tugged one of her ponytails to stop her. I gently tugged at one of her ponytails to stop her from making any more misleading comments. Miss Director, aren't these helicopters from the Outer Isle Hotel? I figured they would come in handy, so I rented them along with the venue. That explains the unusual item in our expenses. A little extra spending is nothing for the company. Amid Agave's cheers and Chengxing's soft side, we boarded the helicopter bound for Outer Island 6. Man, I'm feeling thirsty now. I need to drink something. Let's drink. Oh, we almost in the end there. Nice. On the doorstep. Right. Let's do this. Ooh, nice. We got the theme. We got the whole gang. We got a whole gang with us. Oh, come on. It just blinked out of existence. The model. I want to get inside her. Oh. Never mind. Oh shit. Holy shit. Okay. My FPS suddenly dropped. Oh shit, what? Oh, that's a Nightborn Phantom? The thing about all what do you call it? All exosuit. It just doesn't have any, you know. Oh shit. It just doesn't have any good skill. I mean, probably the skill is good. It just, you know. I shouldn't be talking. Oh yeah, I forgot that it's a thing. Yeah, and then the what do you call? Right. Are there any like health pack or something? My HP is gone. Take the elevator. Really? Can I not like heal myself? No. Oh, there you go. I should actually pay attention to the dialogue earlier. I didn't see what they were talking about. Delayed gunshot, no way to escape. As the elevator's door slowly closed, through the narrowing gap, I caught a glimpse of Agave looking back and giving me a smile. The moment the door is sealed, all sounds from the outside, gunshots, explosions, and the sounds of Agave, Felicity, and Ignis were muffled. The elevator began its rapid descent to the building deepest level. During the prolonged descent, the flickering elevator lights and the creaking of the cable seemed to whisper secrets of the long-abandoned depth below. It's not really abandoned. Finally, it came to a steady halt, revealing a narrow corridor ahead. This was the sole entrance to the hall. The Phantom, my nemesis, and the elusive mastermind behind everything, now had nowhere left to run. Clutching my gun, I ventured deeper into the corridor. Finally, I reached the center of the hall, only to find it eerily empty. What's going on? Why is there no one here? Oh, how about that? We haven't actually found anyone to play the Phantom yet. Excuse me? Wasn't the puppet supposed to be the Phantom? It seems pretty convincing in the fight scene earlier. That was the Phantom battle form. We cannot also use it for the dialogue scene with the Midnight Knight. It first expressed its ideology in human form and then transformed into a monster for the battle. That's the proper flow of the narrative. Act 4 Scene 3, the director forgot to cast an actor, need post-production effect. You can leave out the first part. Am I supposed to play along with this bad joke? It's no big deal, I was going to use special effects for the transformation anyway. Egerton, just pretend your nemesis is there and act toward thin air for now. That's a bit too challenging for me. Okay, I also have a backup plan. Kaede. Huh? Why is it Miss Director? The pink-haired girl quickly shut her notebook, looking confusedly at Agave. You are going to play the Phantom. Me? Yes, I've considered it carefully, and you are the perfect fit. That seemed rather arbitrary. Look, you have even scared Kaede speechless. I'd be honored. Sorry, I was overwhelmed. It's a tremendous... What did I say? It's a tremendous privilege to play opposite to the big hero, Mr. Cares. Her eyes sparkle with excitement as she gazed at me. I should have seen this coming. Kaede, after all, was working closely with Agave, and it was inevitable for Agave's passion to rub off on her. Well then, I'll go over the lines with Kaede to familiarize her with the acting style while the crew sets up for the shoot. We start in half an hour. Action! Exiting the elevator, I tightened my grip on my gun and walked down the corridor into its depth. After a few dozen steps, I reached the corridor's end, where I saw a solitary figure standing alone in the center of the hall. In the dim light, details of the person's age, gender, or attire were indiscernible. All I could see was their figure standing defenselessly with their back to the hall entrance. The task was simple. raised the pistol. My allies were out there buying me time, so I will not give this person a chance to react. I pulled the trigger, the gunshot echoed loudly, and the bullet whizzed from the muzzle straight forward to the target's head, only to pass right through. What the hell? I could not help but curse. Could the phantom truly be impervious to attacks? No, that cannot be right. Calm down. They must have taken the advantage of the environment here to dodge the bullet at an imperceptible speed. Heh, that wasn't very gentlemanly. You. Hearing the phantom's voice, I froze in shock. Hey, voice, let's go. Hey, 007. Two spotlights suddenly cast their beams on us, allowing me to finally see the person's appearance clearly. Naturally, it was nothing like I had expected, but that didn't mean anything. You have got nowhere to run. It's not my duty to sentence you. The Midnight Knight is simply here to exterminate the wicked. Hey, what? Oh shit! Amid the deafening gunshot, hiding behind the do you believe hand still. Damn, Kaide? Stab us? Amid the deafening gunshot, I saw the bullet whirl from Kaide gun. Before I fully grasped what's happening, my chest was pierced, blossoming into a spray of blood. Ha! That definitely isn't a prop gun. As this meaningless thought crossed my mind, my vision blurred. And then I collapsed heavily to the ground. I have always wanted to say that line. Ah, shit. She backstabbed us. The movie paused at its climax. The observation hall fell into eerie silence. Eventually, Kaide dropped the gun, her peculiar smile unsettling everyone present. Everyone seemed to believe that perhaps what just transpired was yet another of Agave last-minute script change. It was only when the sound of the gun hitting the floor echoed like a death knell that reality set in. You! Agave suddenly felt her waistband loosen. Sorry, I need to read that back. Agave suddenly felt her waistband loosen, and before she could react, her pistol had already been snatched by Chengxing. In a flash, Chengxing rushed up to Kaide and delivered a merciless kick that brought her to her knees, then placed the muzzle of the pistol directly on her forehead. Wait! Just as Chengxing was about to pull the trigger, a peculiar purple glint flashed in Kaide's eye. Moments later, her body slumped to the ground like a lifeless puppet. Oh. The next instant, under the watchful eyes of everyone present, the demiurge handmaiden materialized in the center of the hall. He 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 he. Ha 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 ha. The demiurge handmaiden erupted into manic laughter, a sound that seemed to have been suppressed for far too long. I never expected such a bonus for hiding for so long, hehe. You manipulated Kaide. Manipulated her? Hehe. Don't insult me. While controlling a manifestation is challenging. The bodies of ordinary people are mere shells, easily overtaken. You kill her? For some reason, it was only then that a hint of anger tinged Agave's voice. Wait, that girl dead? Bro! I mean, yeah, she's a side character, but still, you know, she have like a little backstory that I kinda, you know, attached to her a bit, because she, you know, upon that has served its purpose is sure to be disposed of. So the swap bomb and sedative in my makeup were also your doing. You control Kaide to do all those things. Are you serious? You are focused on those details right now? Just as the demiurge handmaiden was about to respond, Chengxing abruptly interrupted. Ignoring her hoarse cry, Agave pressed down Chengxing gun and calmly continued her inquiry. You said killing the Egerton was an unexpected bonus. What were you originally after? You think I'll tell you? Hehehe. Foolish mortal. But since it's come to this, I guess it doesn't matter either way. Huh, why is it suddenly? I volunteered to stay when Commander Rosan retreated, aiming to retrieve that worthless secretary corpse, which she referred to as Warden's remains. Okay, so after Nascent Warden defeats, the remains of the Demiurge Handmaiden were scattered across New Hantiro. These remains have special physical properties unlike Tetagen, are invisible to the naked eye even when in physical form, making them hard to recover through a conventional method. Further research has shown that Warden's remains emit a high-frequency signal that Demiurge and Demiurge Handmaiden can detect, allowing their location to be identified. The potential function of Warden's remains is still uncertain. Damn, okay. Even the commander herself had no plans to recover them. If I succeed, it will prove that I'm even stronger than any of the other so-called Demiurge. Hehehehe. A corpse? You can't see it, of course. Without the proper method of detection and recovery, mortals can't sense the presence of the remains. If it were not for your ridiculous movie shooting around the remains, I would have reclaimed them all by now. So you know where those Warden remains are. Isn't that obvious? Then please share the information with us. Even Chengxing, who had been nearly blinded by rage, began to regain her sense upon witnessing such a bizarre scenario. The Demiurge Handmaiden tilts its head in confusion, puzzled by why it had unreservedly confessed so much, and why it still had an uncontrollable urge to share even more secrets. I'll tell you. The remains are at The word had barely left its mouth when it suddenly leaped up as if electrocuted, dashing toward the hall exit. What the hell was that sound? Okay. After just a few strides, it tripped as if snagged by an unseen force, crashing to the ground. Pale violet threads encasing its body then appeared, stretching all the way to Agave's hand. Naturally. The thread. Must we always resort to violence? That's your line from the first act, isn't it, Miss Director? At this point, I no longer needed to play that. As everyone stared in shock, I wiped off the fake blood from my chest and stood up. Egerton? For the second time today, a pistol clattered to the floor. This time it was Chengxing. She and Frithia rush over, frantically feeling my chest to check for a bullet hole that was never there. Only after confirming I was unharmed did they stop their frenzied searching, dumbfounded. Alright, that's enough, girls. This isn't time to cop a feel. Agave come over with a playful grin, pick up her pistol, dusted it off with a theatrical flourish, and quickly went to Kaede to help her to her feet. With Agave's support, Kaede slowly opened her eyes and yawned, as if waking from a deep slumber. What in the world? Witnessing such a surreal resurrection, Chengxing and Frithia managed to voice their confusion while the rest of the crew was utterly speechless, some so overwhelmed they had collapsed. Quick question, what have we been doing all this time? Filming a movie? Bingo, and now that the filming has ended, the fallen knight naturally come back to life. Is this some kind of a sick joke? Sorry, I need to read that again. Is this some kind of sick joke? Allow me to explain. I steadied Chengxing, who was so furious that she almost stumbled and fell, and directed her gaze to the thin thread in Agave's hand. Basically, before the filming started. Flashback. Let's make a movie, but... That day, after proposing her idea excitedly, Agave's face suddenly fell into a worried frown. What's the matter? Mr. Egerton, I'm sure you're worried that some Rosen's lackey lingering in the city will potentially sabotage our shoot, aren't you? She was right. The frequent public security incidents in New Hantiro were not just the work of citizens under the influence of the malicious data. Rosen's soldier who had been left behind also contributed. If there had been any other option, I have preferred to use a more discreet plan to avoid complication. Since you brought it up, you must have a plan, I presume. As the Egerton Chief Secretary, handling problems is my forte. Smiling, she spread her arms and stretched the faint violet threads between her fingers as she stepped closer, prompting me to subconsciously step back. Come on, I won't do anything weird to you, Mr. Egerton, just trust me, okay? Without any more explanation, she continued to approach. The thread in her hand seemed to have sprung to life, swiftly encircling us from behind and binding us together. Oh, The pressure against my chest was uncomfortable, and Agave, perhaps inadvertently, made odd noises. But soon the pressure eased, and the threat vanished mysteriously, though everything else around us remained unchanged. Just as I was about to say something, Agave gave me a quick wink, then swiftly pulled her gun from her waist and fired 2 shots at a nearby chair. 2 bullets hole punctured the backrest. Done. Now, Mr. Egerton, watch closely. The thread reappeared, tightening around us, and then relaxed again. This time, without her cue, I subconsciously glanced at the bench. There were no bullet hole. Do you see what my ability is now? What I can do is... She looked at me expectantly. It dawned on me. It wasn't precognition or emotional manipulation. She was simply delusional. Bro, mental illness? Let's go! But with her ability to control Titagen and the high polymer thread in her hands, she could project her own delusion onto others' mind. Oh, sorry. Damn. Staying immersed in such a fabricated world for too long could indeed warp one's emotion and reasoning. To convince the Demiurge handmaiden it had accomplished its mission so that it would divulge its secrets, we played along. But none of us had seen Agave's thread before just now, had we? Good point. So where has this thread been all this time? Could it be... did you... Ow! Frithia jumped up. Too caught up in her excitement, she bit her tongue, yelping in pain. I got it! You must have used that thread to encircle the entire New Henshiro. Her words, though slurred in discomfort, were clear to everyone present. While Liu and Chengxing were en route to New Henshiro, Agave and I were already making preparation. We construct a massive projection frame using that incredibly stretchy thread, unknown to the city inhabitants. All of New Henshiro was encompassed within this frame. From that very moment, the movie had already begun. Of course, Agave's work was far from done. Over the next 48 hours... Sorry about that. Over the next 48 hours, she scurried across every nook and cranny of the city, memorizing the coordinates of streets and buildings to keep her delusions consistent with reality and prevent any discrepancies. Adding to the challenge, she hasn't slept a wink since then. If she were to doze off, the world she constructed would crumble. As I spoke, images of Agave seemingly sitting idly in a chair over the past few days flashed through my mind. Only I knew she wasn't spacing out, but rather using those moments to briefly rest her brain. I did my best to keep her awake by chatting, cheering her up, and using any means necessary. This monumental secret nearly was exposed when we were in the rainforest. This was a long night that only she could make it through, but in the end she did it. Aw, poor her. This miraculous dramatic twist orchestrated by Mr. Egerton and myself is the grand finale of Operation Midnight. Oh hey, it's the title of the chapter. After concluding her speech, Agave raised her hands, anticipating applause. However, met with the room astonished silence, she sheepishly lowered them. You, how dare you make fool of me? The only protest came from the figure still sprawled on the floor, our unexpected bonus from the plan. I thought we could coax some intel out of it, but didn't expect it to be such tough nut to crack. Let's give it a good thrashing. Sounds like a plan. Chengxing, Frithia, will you please take the crew outside for a moment? Soon, the hall was left with just me, Agave, and the Demiurge handmaiden. With a subtle gesture, Agave released the thread binding the Demiurge handmaiden, who instantly surged up and darted to a spot far from us. Now, the game is on. Finally, a chance for Mr. Edgerton to deliver the closing lines I've written for him. Let's go! Shadow play. To-do-do, to-do-do, to-do-do.
お前の命、その罪とともにこの長い夜に終止符を打つ。
Observation Hall, Fallen Outer Island. Holy shit, oh my goodness. If evil, why hot? Nightborn Phantom, a reveler in false divinity. Holy shit. What the hell is that? That's cool though. Fucking hell.
あの人形の体を乗っ取ったの？やはり別の市場の頭とは違うようでした。この大舞台は全くの損ではないですね。今までに見たことがないものをお見せしましょう。本気です。次は本気です。今までに見たことがないものをお見せしましょう。今までに見たことがないものをお見せしましょう。本気です。
Nice, okay, that's it. Easy. How can it be so easy? Oh, no voice? Okay, never mind. Next stage. Okay, I'm going to have a sip of drink. Have a water. She and I. Confirm. Ah, Phantom said. The last bullet from the Midnight Knight pierced through the Phantom's skull. Following a chilling scream, it slowly collapsed, dissolving bit by bit into nothingness. In the next moment, the light in the movie theater flickered back to life. The packed audience began to file out. You mean filled out? Making my way for the next eager group streaming in from another entrance. Outside the movie theater, three locals, like most around them, were animatedly discussing the film they just watched. The scene where the Midnight Knight carries Agave out of the museum was epic. This movie really lifted my spirit. My favorite part was where they supported each other in the rainforest. The rainforest seemed oddly familiar though. No wonder it's the hottest movie right now. Look, Operation Midnight is snagging all the primetime slots. The special effects and acting blew me away. The plot's a bit quirky though. Ending right after the boss fight. Is the director setting us up for a sequel? No, I heard this movie is the director's swan song. She's planning to retire soon. Ah, what a shame. The man shook his head in disappointment, then noticed me and gave me a look up and down, as if recognizing something. Say bro, you are pretty fit. You could pass for the midnight knight from the movie. Your face might not match, but from behind you look exactly like him. Oh, I see it too. Are you his stunt double by any chance? Haha, no, I'm just here to watch the movie. I then flashed the 3 ticket stubs in my hand. I gotta catch up with my friends. Have a good one. There was no chance they could recognize me. As the Heimdall Edgerton and manifestation of Yggdrasil, it will be unwise for us to show our face on the silver screen. So in the final cut, Chengxing, Frisia, Agave and I use special effects to alter our appearances as we like. We even managed to fix their costume on the fly with special effects. Fun fact, Frisia used effect to stretch her height to 5 feet 6 inch, which made her running scene look a bit off. They CGI her height, man. I thought people like CGI mustache and de-aging. Height though, dang. Egerton, why that weird smile? You are not secretly mocking Professor Frisia, aren't you? Of course not. Looking up, I found Frisia and Chengxing standing in front of me. How did your investigation go? Sorry, a bit. There you go. Just as Agave predicted, most citizens watch Operation Midnight either at the theaters or on their personal devices. Genghis is also pushing the movie's publicity for us. Nice. The supercomputer, the AI actually promoting our movie. Nice. They've also provided Genghis with the code to override the malicious data, ensuring that even those who haven't seen the movie will see footage embedded with the code through other channels. New Hentero is expected to return to normal within 2 months. No news is good news. And Frisia, how about things on your end? With the coordinates you provided, I've arranged the recovery of all Warden's remains. As for their purpose, well, since they were a windfall, they'll need to go through a thorough examination by the company. Indeed, after defeating the special Demiurge handmaiden, Agave resecured it with her high polymer thread, and I extracted the precise locations of the so-called Warden's remain from its memories, allowing the company to recover these invaluable data assets. While the purpose of the remains still wasn't clear, I had an inkling that they could be crucial in our battle against Rozan. Well, that wraps up our mission in New Hentero for now. Not yet. Not yet. Frisia stood on her toes, punctuating each word while prodding my chest forcefully. There's still one thing to be settled. You didn't brief us on the plan beforehand. After the filming that day, Chengxing was still shaking all the way back. Chengxing looked at me, her eyes brimming with unspoken grievance. I braced for an earful, but instead she offered a gentle smile and tenderly took my hand. I'm just glad you're safe. Huh, Chengxing? I thought we were going to give him a piece of our mind. Seeing Frisia stamp her foot in frustration, we all burst into laughter. Speaking of which, have you two seen Agave? I haven't been able to find her since early this morning. I remember she mentioned she was leaving New Hentero today. She's probably on her way to the Skyport at the moment. Leaving? She's already said her farewells to everyone and even handed our parting gift. I had no idea she was leaving. Well, before we came, she had already submitted her resignation to Director Tao. No, I mean, we already know that she's staying. Keep the Egerton safe. This will be your last mission as Leviathan agent. So that was what Tao meant. All along, I thought Tao intended to recruit Agave into the Heimdall force. I had no idea. No, I should have realized sooner. Without a moment to think this through, I turned and sprinted toward the Skyport. Despite having lived in New Hentero for over a year, Agave belongings remained minimal. In fact, she had even fewer items than when she first arrived. She hurried along the main road to the Skyport, blending in with tourists also departing New Hentero. Passerby occasionally cast puzzled look at the solitary young lady, her eyes reddened and glistening with unshed tears. Aww. She had to hurry, though she had long braced herself for this unannounced departure. She still feared he might catch up to her, or more precisely, she feared that the lingering hope and hesitation within her might catch up. Miss, you dropped something? Oh, thank you. Upon hearing the voice behind her, Agave subconsciously turned, her hand reaching out and then freezing me there. You won't be able to board the Sky Cave without your entry permit. I handed her the entry permit she had just robbed. She took it silently, casting her eyes downward like a child who had done something wrong. And I have a question. Sure. What was the original ending of the movie? And the ending? The Midnight Knight defeats the Phantom, unmasks the crime syndicate mastermind, and once again restore the peace to the city. No, that could not have been it. It wasn't scripted, but it was the ending I had envisioned. Then tell me, who really is the Phantom? You said that you didn't find anyone to play the Phantom, so you asked Kaede to be a stand-in and would later add post-production effects. Knowing how much time you dedicated to this movie, you even personally selected every extra. How could you have missed a major villain? So I wondered, which one of the characters could not be played by anyone else and would require post-production effects? The answer is quite clear now. The mastermind behind everything, the true identity of the Phantom is you, Agave. In reality, this will be the least likely scenario. But this is a movie, and you left many clues that foreshadowed this final showdown. Even after you changed the ending, those clues still pointed directly to the truth. Why create a character like Agave who possesses flawless disguise abilities? Why does Agave know so much about Jotunheim? And why is the Midnight Knight so shocked when he hears the Phantom's voice? Your script was supposed to go like this. The Midnight Knight reaches the final showdown, only to discover his nemesis is none other than Agave, whom he had thought was fending off enemies outside. He is unsure whether it's due to her multiple personalities or amnesia that the companion who once saved his life, his intimate partner whom he spends every moment with, turns out to be the criminal mastermind he's been hunting. In the end, the Midnight Knight shoots Agave dead. That was the original narrative and intended conclusion, wasn't it? No, it's not like that. You intended for me to kill Agave, didn't you, VIDYA Shannon? Sorry, I inadvertently saw your name on your entry permit when I picked it up. VIDYA, had I not caught up to her, when would I have learned of this name? I know you will not think about taking your own life. It's just the persona of Agave you wanted me to kill, isn't it? Now, can you tell me the reason, VIDYA? It was perhaps the first time she called me by my real name, stripping away all titles and formalities. Do you remember the question, what's the hardest thing to steal in the world? I'll tell you my answer now. For me, the hardest thing to steal is one's past. Your habits, preference, way of thinking, quirks, enemies, and what keeps you up at night all stem from your past. Even if those memories fade, they remain etched in your mind, shaping your entire existence. Are you talking about your past as a Leviathan agent? I was a Leviathan agent created specifically for you. What do you mean? I have meticulously studied all your records and image, both public and private, from your school day teacher evaluation to your recruitment of Yggdrasil, and all the way to your promotion to head of the security department, then to your trip to Mistletoe Station, and finally your return as the Egerton. Since my first day as the Leviathan agent, my primary mission had been to learn about you, analyze you, and emulate you. At first, I didn't understand the purpose of my duties, but later it became clear, when needed, I could be your perfect partner. Or should you ever lose control, I would be the sharpest assassin, the one who knew you best. That explains why Agave knew the Midnight Knight inside and out in the movie. However, she took a deep breath. By the time I realized all this, I had already fallen deeply in love with you. I had fallen for someone I only met once, yet whose everything was already imprinted in my mind. She became a Leviathan agent shortly after descent, around the time I boarded the spaceship to Mistletoe Station. Was this what she had been doing for the following 4 years? But don't worry, that mission is over now. Otherwise, Director Tao would not have approved my resignation. The only thing that remains is my past, my ulterior motives, my dishonorable behavior. I am not even sure if I love you for who you are, or if I've merely become accustomed to having you in my life. So when I finally met you in New Hentiro, I wanted to cling to you as much as I could. Because unlike what I had experienced in the past, the time I spent with the real you allowed me to temporarily forget everything I've done in the past. It also made me realize that someone like me doesn't deserve to stand by your side. Can you steal away my past? Oh, I can. Surely, totally. No problem. The evening breeze lifted her hair, unveiling her tear-stained yet smiling face. Against the distant music from the skypod, it was like a freeze frame from the final scene of our film. Do you hear that? They are already making the final boarding calls for the sky skiff. Next time we meet, I promise to introduce myself properly. Goodbye, Kirs. Her steps were no longer as calm as when she arrived, but just as determined. Determined steps toward a future where our path might never cross again. Vidya, I cannot steal your past. Nor do I wish to. Take her hands. What I need is you, the person at present. Oh shit! Aw, she's so cute.
Demo, 私まだ準備ができていないの。どんな姿を見せればいいのかわからないの。一日中妄想ばっかりしているバカを好きになれるの？
Yes, I will. Don't worry.
暗闇でさまよう霊馬店員に好感を持てるの？あなたが本当に必要なのは街を丸ごと翻弄したアガベよ。それとも舞台裏でこっそり愛しい人を見つめるだけのビディア。この問いに対する答えはまだ見つけていません。ですがいつか答えを見つける日が来ることを信じています。それまで私は世界の遠いどこかであなたを。
There's no need for that. I need you. And so does the city you have been protecting. You have done very well. You have done really well, Vidya. Your journey is long, but you don't have to walk it alone.
私
Please stay by my side as a Heimdall operative, Vidya.
別れる準備をして言いたくないことも言ったのに。分析員さん、そんなのずるいですよ。もうどうすれば。
It's fine, it's fine. I'm here. As Vidya sobbed, the sky suddenly lit up with fireworks and bubbles. Bathed in a pink hue, the city transformed into a dreamy, ethereal tableau, captivating everyone on the street. Undoubtedly, this was Vidya's doing. Overwhelmed with emotions, she projected the image from her mind into reality. But it would ruin such a romantic atmosphere if I just stood there analyzing the scene. I gently stepped forward and embraced her trembling form, like a superhero from the movie of her dreams. Her tears dampened my shoulder. And thus, our story, the movie starring her and me, finally found its true happy ending. Hey, that's how it goes. Nice, nice. It's fun. It's fun. I like it. I like it so much. Man, you know what? I'm glad I'm playing this, so I know a lot more about Vidya. Because before this, I just saw her on as a tidbits on the like story in the future. So yeah, I'm glad I'm playing this once more. Even though I have to sacrifice my narration and stuff. Not sacrifice, but I actually tired in doing narration and stuff, to be honest. But I guess that's all I have to do, right? Right. Let's continue the last one, file number 2. Long night ends. Time to go home. So this will be like the epilogue or something. I'll have to do the narration again. Let's talk. Sure, but why did you want me to meet? But why did you want to meet here of all places? The minute I had returned to the company, Tao had requested to see me outside the company. My meetings with Tao were almost invariably in her office. She rarely ventured out, and she almost never indulged in alcohol. After all, leaving the company's premises will expose her to numerous risks, like assassination attempts or bugging, threats that were difficult to mitigate. Catching the hint of confusion in my eyes, Tao delicately raised her wine glass, creating a burgundy barrier between our eyes. The gentle sway of her hand made the wine sparkle under the bar dim's lighting, casting a kaleidoscope of colors. This place used to belong to Sharma. Who? Sharma? Milan Sharma? Oh, that was Spy's old name, back when she joined the company. She seemed to really like this place, always meeting her business partners here. And now it belongs to you? No, it belongs to you. I don't want it. Why is that? Tao keeps her focus on her wine glass, seemingly prepared for my firm refusal. I have no interest in running a business, and besides, I don't want anything that had any relation to that awful woman. So, you want neither fame nor profit? Is there anything you care about beside your operative? Well, I mean, if it's count you, I guess, right? What are you getting at? Eda and Rosan Kawarena have already provided their own answer to the question of how to save humanity, yet we haven't provided any. Isn't your project Deus Ex meant to be the answer? Would you support it? She glanced at me with raised eyebrows, her tone tinged with a mix of resignation and weariness. I know you will not allow them to become gods, and they will want that either. Which is why we need another plan, and it should not be my call. You know as well as I do that dealing with Titagen contamination isn't enough to stand against the enemy. You must find your own answer, raise your own banner, and rally your own supporters under it. Time is running out. You can't and should not be content with just being the Ejatan. In this matter, I'm not taking no for an answer. I suddenly realized that she wasn't really trying to swirl the wine in her glass. She was actually trying to steady her trembling hand. At last, she finished her drink in one swift gulp and pushed the empty glass toward me. Just embrace your destiny, Chaos, as humanity's savior. Okay. If you are the first ray of dawn of a glorious summer, then I shall be the last flower to bloom in late spring. Time flows relentlessly on, yet I wish to pause this moment with you by my side. Can a shadow ever find happiness? I've asked myself this over and over. As I watch you fade away, they say in some worlds, even parallel lines can meet someday. So when you miss me, just look up to the sky and smile. Oh, sorry about that. Wait, what is it sound outside, man? Oh, it's freaking... They are doing this again? Really? Come on. My dearest love, my dearest stranger. Hold on. Oh, it's her room. As I read on, the letter was abruptly snatched from my hand, revealing a blushing Vidya before me. This is... You slipped this into my suitcase, didn't you? I questioned her innocently. I forgot to take it out. Taking advantage of her crestfallen moment, I quickly reclaimed the letter. Although a farewell letter was no longer necessary, I still wanted to keep it. It had been 2 days since we returned to the company. During this time, I had sorted through endless paperwork for VIDYA transfer, while she busied herself personalizing her room at the base. As I put the letter back in my suitcase, I noticed another pink envelope at the bottom. Is this one also from you? I raised and waved the envelope before Vidya's eyes. Huh? No, why would I write 2 farewell letters? She shook her head, then suddenly leaned in, scrutinizing the envelope with a suspicious look. Mr. Ejatan, this isn't another love letter, is it? That familiar tone and gesture, it seemed she was already fitting in well as a Heimdall operative. Using paper letters in this day and age, I have a good guess as to who it might be. I carefully opened the envelope, recognizing the handwriting immediately. Ah, that's Kaede handwriting. What does it say? It's a letter to thanks from the entire crew and all the citizens of New Hentiro. It says everyone loved the movie and the crew considered the shoot a rewarding experience they'll never forget. No surprise there, seeing a demiurge handmaiden up close on a sunken island was something the people of New Hentiro wouldn't soon forget. Aw, that girl is too much. Although Vidya tried to sound casual, her eyes twinkled with joy. I continued reading the letter. And one more thing, one night during the shoot, I overheard director Agave talking to herself, wondering if making the movie would really be worth it. I didn't have the chance to respond to her then, but now I can say for sure. Everything you did meant a lot to us. You saved me, you saved our city and its people. For us, it was as meaningful as anything could ever be. Thank you for everything you have done for New Hentiro. The letters ended with dozens of signatures, each in different handwriting. Kaede. Honestly, I could not quite match all those names to the face of the crew members. Yet, the image of them bustling under Vidya's and Chengxing direction vividly popped into my head. Those smiling faces, which I thought would blur over time, become clearer in my memory. This is my answer, I guess. Oh, sorry about that. What was that? It's nothing. I smiled at Vidya, keeping a weight of my thoughts to myself as always. Let's go, Vidya. Yeah, so, am I supposed to click something? No? Oh, okay, there you go. Right, okay. Oh, it ended. I mean, not ended. Right. Chapter progress. How did I not finish this yet? Let me see. Oh, did I not? Oh, because I played on... Yeah, okay. No, I'm not. I finished it already. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's just... 60! Dang. Yeah, I need to play this later. Okay, I already done this, and only like 3 of that left. Cool. Very nice request. Accept. Well, that's for the Operation Midnight. Tomorrow we'll be doing another Snowbreak, which is a totally new chapter. Chapter 15, Part 1. It's called Fragments of Truth, and it will feature Vidya as the main girl. Not sure what the story would be, but yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Right, let's get you guys back to intermission. Right, let me mute the game, even though you listen to it. Right, there you go, guys. Thank you for watching. Man, the story, I'm glad I'm playing the story. It's fun. At least the last part of it's fun, and we actually know what happened, because there's like some gap that I didn't really piece together after the New Hentiro stuff, and then suddenly I played the summer event, and then like chapter 14 part 1 2. So yeah, thank goodness I actually played this one. And what other thing that I need to say? Yeah, overall I'll give this story at least 7 out of 10. It's cool. Oh yeah, and then chapter 14, chapter 14, Maze of Darkness. Chapter 13 is Suspense of Skytopia. Yeah, that's all of that. So yeah, I guess that's all for today. Tomorrow, like I said, we are going to the Snowbreak, and as well as Friday, we are going to continue what we haven't finished on tomorrow. And then on Saturday, I'm not sure if I will be here or not for Heaven Burn Straight Chapter 4 Part 2. But if I do, I will put up the scheduled stream. If I'm not, I won't be putting anything, and I'll be telling you guys on the Discord. So yeah, every update, or every time I'm not streaming and stuff, I will put it on Discord. I will update my status there and all of that. So yeah, don't forget to join the Discord. And I guess that's all for today then. Let me see. Is there anything that I can do? Okay, I don't think there are. Right. Thank you, Jijas. Thank you, Decan Blue Balls, and thank you, Kabuki, for coming in. Yeah, appreciate your times, and appreciate your visitation. Visitation sounds weird. Appreciate your attendance. Attendance also sounds weird. It sounds like you attend my class for in college or university or something. So yeah, sorry about that. Appreciate your time. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for joining our stream tonight. And for the rest who watched the VOD, I also want to thank you to you guys for your time. And yeah, hope you guys have fun with my stream. And if you want more content, if you want more content from me, I also play Honkai Impact, Punishing Raven, Aether Gazer, Black Beacon, and Heaven Burn Straight. And soon I'm gonna at least try, not confirm if I'm going to put it on my main rotation or what. I'm going to try Uma Musume Pretty Derby. I'm going to stream that first, and then the upcoming action RPG game, which is Stella Sora, developed and published by Yosta. I'm going to play that. That's like my future content. And yeah, if you like if you want more of my content, don't forget to leave a subscribe. Don't forget to click the subscribe button and click on the notification bell so you know when my stream is up. If you like my stream, if you like my content, don't forget to leave a like. If you don't like it, leave a dislike. And if you have any discussion about the story that we just go through and the way I stream, don't forget to leave a comment down below. And yeah, don't forget to join our Discord server. We try to create a wholesome gacha community over there, and I also update everything there. And yeah, let's talk. Let's have a chat together and discuss the game together where we cannot do it here. So yeah, I guess that's all for today. That's all for tonight then. This has been Chaos Type. Hope you guys have a good day or a good night. Sleep well, stay safe. See you guys next time. Bye bye.